SlayerS. Alright guys, what is up? It's time for Game 6 here. We've got coLMVP and SlayerS going at it here. Keane has brought it back 3-2 after they were down 0-2 from SlayerS Alicia, and then Keane came in, knocked out Alicia, then he knocked out Gonzi, then he proceeded to win, and now he's facing off against Golden.
Let's see if Golden can bring it back here. That's really what he needs to do right now. He has to find a way to bring this back.
I don't know, man. This is going to be rough going for Golden because he actually has the lowest against Terran win rate out of all of his matchup. His win rate against Terran is not so good, 33%. But of course, that's only out of 9 games, 3 wins, 6 losses. And his best matchup is actually versus Zerg at a 66%. I do remember a game with SlayerS Golden, one of the most epic ZVZs ever, where we saw him using Infestors and Infested Terrans to get that W.
Pretty much all Infestors.
Exactly. So Golden has a really good ZVZ win rate, but his ZVT does need some work. We'll have to see, man, if he can take out Keane. Keane's on a hot streak right now.
Yeah, he certainly is. Keane opening up with a gasless here, it looks like, and Keane's versus Zerg he's actually 12-5, so he has some pretty solid stats there. 70% win ratio against Zerg.
That's his best.
Definitely his best matchup, and you know we're gonna have to see if he can showcase that here on Dual Sight. Looks like Golden is gonna go for relatively quick hatch here. Yeah, he's gonna hatch on 14, and that will not get blocked by Keane. So. Very economic opener here from Golden. Just going to get the delayed pool, probably just get 4 Lings out, try and take map control back, and he's going to open pretty standard.
Yeah, it looks like the SCV is making its way in right now. We'll see that hatchery going down. We might see Keane decide to throw a bunker to apply a little bit of aggression against that 15 hatch. We do see Terrans doing that quite often. This map actually features a pretty wide open natural as well, so when you try to secure that natural as a Terran player, you can have problems against Zerg because it can flood in not only from the top, but also from the bottom right, and it's kind of like a Zelnaga mechanic, if you will, with those 2 entrances into your natural. So that's something that Keane's going to have to be prepared for, and because of that, I think Zerg have an easier time, at least when it's at a 2-base versus 2-base situation.
Yeah, very true. Now, he's going to expand right off the bat as well. Keane is, and he's actually dropping it on the low ground.
That's very risky.
I mean, it can be. He's going to need to D that up pretty early on and start to get his wall going from the ramp to the side there. And Keane applying just a little bit of pressure here. He has a Marine already on the way in there to the natural. Going to start working down that first Overlord. Just wants to pick off potentially a drone or 2 here. That's really all he's looking to do.
And it looks like the drone's going to try to get us around on that Marine. The drone getting pulled away for the last second right there, but it did go down to that Marine's Gauss Rifle. Will he get the second kill? He gets the second kill with the SCV. Nice micro from Keane, and Golden not being that cost effective at all, man. 2 drones for a Marine. That's a trade that I think Terran players will take any day of the week. And Golden to start this game off not looking hot, man.
No, not looking hot right now at all. But then again, I mean, he only lost 2 drones. That's nothing he can't recoup from. But it just sucks in the early game to lose those small incremental battles and have those 2 drones go down. I mean, it's definitely not a good feeling, that's for sure.
Gas.
Yep. Follows this up immediately with a double gas. Probably going to transition into Reactor Hellions, or he might just go for very quick siege tanks. It's really up to him whether he wants to play a defensive or an offensive style.
And the SCV made its way to the back of the natural. It gets picked off by the 2 queens. We can see Golden right now starting to get that speed upgrade on the way. He did pull drones off gas. No, he left 1 drone on gas. Sometimes Zergs will leave 1 drone on gas just so they have some gas income rate to get that layer up eventually. And we have a second extractor coming up for Golden. So he's going to get quite a bit of gas going here in the next couple of seconds. And usually Zergs don't get that second gas until they have enough for a layer. So I'm a little confused as to why, and now it all makes sense. It looks like he's going to go for the Roach Baneling all in.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility here. We do have the Roach Horn and the Baneling Nest coming, but a lot of players have just been getting those buildings against Terran just for the versatility. If the Terran chooses to do some sort of an all-in with, you know, Marauders and Hellions, you have the ability to have a few Banelings out there, Roaches,
like what you did
Lings.
against my cousin.
Yeah, exactly. Same type of deal. And he had all those units in preparation for that, so it's pretty easy to hold off. And Keane doing a great job right now, just staying calm, walling off his natural. He's actually looks to be completely walling that side of it off with supply depots. I really like that.
Well, here comes Golden with 7 Roaches on the way. He's going to follow that up with quite a few Banelings as well. Whatever excess gas he's got. Note that he's got both gases fully mining right now, and I would expect he's going to pull some of that off of the gas into minerals so he can afford more Zerglings at some point here, but he wants to stockpile that gas for the Banelings. 7 Roaches about to hit the field. There are 4. In fact, let's see how many. He's already got 7, and he's going to make 4 more, so he's going to have 11, and the Zerglings are starting to come out as well. Still totally mining gas, and this is going to be very, very aggressive. There are 4 Hellions on the field. Those Hellions did not get the scout off. This is going to be pretty late. No, he does have the Zelnaga tower, so he sees the Roaches at the front. Yeah, he does see the Roaches.
And he's going to get those Hellions into the back of the natural and start picking off drones. This is definitely not a good spot for Golden to be in right now, depending on how many drones he loses, because, you know, he hasn't been droning up that hard. And how many drones did we lose right there? 6 drones, or 4 rather. So 4 additional drones do go down in exchange for 4 Hellions. Not sure if Keane could really afford to lose those Hellions right now.
Oh, and the Banelings that were trying to be hidden here are going to get picked off by the Hellions as well.
Wow.
Golden here is in a lot of trouble. He's losing the Banelings, which he needs to kill off the SCVs. And it looks like 3 bunkers
up
at the
and
front.
ready.
Oh, Keane is totally prepared for this, man. Golden here this is going to be his final blow. He's got to break through these 3 bunkers. I don't even know if he's going to have enough to do it, as there are Marauders waiting in the front as well. The Marauder could actually hop inside the bunker. SCV is getting detonated by the Baneling there. There was 1 or 2 Banelings left over. The Roaches coming in here. Still a lot of Roaches for Golden. Golden can do quite a bit of damage.
He's not repairing.
The bunker goes down as well. Yeah, Keane was not repairing. He's going to lose all of his bunkers, and another Baneling coming in. Oh my god. The Baneling getting the jackpot hit, and so many SCVs in the red, but I think Keane is going to have enough to hold this off, but at what cost?
Oh my god, 26 workers have been killed for Keane. That is just unreal. That is unreal.
Yeah, that was a lot of Banelings doing damage there, and I mean, 26 workers killed. That is, I think Golden just got himself right back into this game.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, he lost some SC drones earlier, but he totally got himself back in.
Especially with those Banelings getting caught on the way in and having 3 bunkers up at the natural. For Golden to still do that much damage, I think that Golden really lucked out there. Keane didn't have his SCVs on auto repair, and, you know, he ended up paying for it.
What did that siege tank
Single Zergling, I think.
Okay. I was like, the tank decides to betray his army.
Well,
his meal apart.
One thing Keane does have going for him, though, is he does have his 3rd orbital on the way right now, and that's actually going to change things a little bit here. He's not quite as behind as you would have thought.
You're right, Pain User.
Yeah.
Because the Terran does, of course, have meals.
Indeed he does.
He's okay.
Indeed he does.
But you know what? I think Golden is in a pretty good spot right now. He's at 41 drones over 32, starting to get his economy rolling. So, this weird situation where the Roach Baneling all-in wasn't actually an all-in because of the way things transpired. He killed off a lot of SCVs, but not enough to make himself have the game as a W. But he did enough damage to kind of transition into a macro game. And that's what we have going on right now. But wow, look at what Golden's researching, Pain User. He's getting drop. And I would imagine he's going to get that speed for his Overlords pretty soon. So he's going to try to go for a big drop here into the Terran base.
I don't know if that's the best idea for him right now. He might be trying to do some Baneling drops. That could be potentially what he's looking for here. I just don't know if there's an opportunity for him right now.
Yeah, and he doesn't have +2 melee. You need +2 melee in order for the Banelings to one-shot detonate on SCVs and kill them. Otherwise, it takes 2 Baneling hits. So this is going to be kind of interesting. He's got +1 weapons for missile on the way. So yeah, he's not going to get the melee upgrade. And here comes a push out from Keane. Quite a few Marines and tanks. But going to fall back because of the possible counterattack from Golden. Golden just kind of poking in there, delaying that attack by as long as possible. And I think what we're going to see here is Golden being forced to use the Overlord drop on the Marines and tanks.
And he has no Overlord speed, though.
Oh, wow. Did he forget Overlord speed?
I believe so.
Oh, no. That's terrible.
Yeah, that's going to be
a serious problem. Have you ever tried dropping with the speedless Overlord?
No, and I don't think I would.
It doesn't work.
I believe you. It definitely does not work. He'd just get all those Overlords sniped immediately with the Marines, as long as they're moving at that speed. There we go.
Yeah, and the nice thing about the Overlord speed is it's a much faster upgrade than Vengeful Sacks, about half the time. Actually, exactly. Maybe a little less than half the time, so it's pretty quick here. And so if he can hold out for another 40 seconds, then he will have Overlord drop. But this Terran army from Keane is just looking larger and larger. Look at this, Pain User. That Marine tank ball is getting quite massive. He's at 111 supply. He's just kind of poking and prodding in the middle of the map, and here comes Golden, finally feeling good about himself, pushing out with his forces, but we'll see. Is he going to drop some of his Banelings inside the main? Is he going to try to get a massive flank around the Terran army? This would be the time to do it, of course, because the tanks are all unsieged.
Well, he's definitely going to be dropping his Banelings in some capacity. Has he researched Baneling speed yet? That's actually a very important thing to know. Does he have it or no?
Yeah, I don't think he does have it, so he's going to try to assist the fact that his Banelings are slow by using Overlord drop, which I agree, if he had Baneling speed it would be nice, but at this point I don't think he can afford it.
Wow, well, he's going to have to be very, very Johnny on the spot with those Overlords.
Yeah.
If the Overlords do get sniped by the Marine pack, that's going to make this very, very difficult for Golden. He'll just lose all those Banelings outright. He does have some...
the tanks are all in siege! He's going to pick off a couple tanks at the front right here! This is a beautiful play by Golden. Golden picks off 2 tanks at the front, and he's going to get the rest of the tanks as well as the Overlords come in. Now, it looks like Keane is totally privy to the Overlord Baneling bombs as he spreads his Marines apart. Really nice spreading right here, totally mitigating the Baneling bomb, but he did lose a lot of his tanks.
I don't think it matters, though. He has so much excess supply, and he's on 3 base right now. Golden's not even taking his 3rd. Keane has his 3rd up and running. He already has the orbital there, and he's just pulling farther and farther ahead in this game. And without Baneling speed, Golden's really going to have to rely on these Overlord drops. And as we saw there, that just didn't work out too well for him. He wasn't able to trap the Marines and the Marauders with Zerglings.
Yeah.
And that's really what you need to do if you're going to play that Overlord style and not get the speed upgrade on your Banelings.
Just had a feign Overlord drop right there from Golden as he's trying to buy time right now. I like that. That was a cute play. But you're totally right as to the fact that without the Baneling speed, if the Banelings miss when they land down, they're so slow, they're just going to get picked apart by stemmed Marines. And that's a problem here. So Golden still hasn't researched centrifugal hooks. As you guys can see, he's totally relying on hitting the perfect shot, if you will, with his Overlords, but it's going to be very, very difficult for him to do so as Keane's army is getting bigger and bigger, and now Keane's starting to control the center of the map. He's at 150 supply, so really, really large army to deal with. The tanks are all unsieged. This is Golden's opportunity, but he's got to have to hit the perfect shot. I don't know if he can do this, man. This is so hard.
I don't know if he can either. It's going to be up to Keane here, and Keane slow pushing the 3rd right now, and look at those Banelings without speed, just unable to really do anything.
Yeah, Roach is inside the Overlords.
Yeah, Keane just utilizing his mass bio right now to push Golden off of the position. Golden forced to cancel his 3rd one more time. Keane just using his bio right now, not even worrying about the siege tanks. Beautiful splits from Keane thus far. I love it. And GG is called. Golden is taken out, and Keane has won 4 games in a row. This could be a potential all-kill for Keane right here.
Yeah.
What is SlayerS going to do to shut him down? Keane is absolutely on fire.
I think there's only one player left they can throw out, and that is SlayerS MMA.
All right, man. Well, there it is.
是上将。